Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over some feline friends and fanged foes of Spider-Man, White Tiger, Black Cat, and Morbius from Marvel Legends. Before we begin, leave a like, hit subscribe, and comment below your favorite figure in this review. It really helps out the channel. Now let's get to it. White Tiger has a pretty bland head sculpt. It's just all white with a little bit of green for the eyes, and the hair is okay, but no shading or anything. That's a shame. The cat ears, or tiger ears, or whatever they're called on her, look nice, but there is a lot of flanging coming around here on the extra plastic. It's bad. We also get left and then right articulation pretty much all the way around-ish, as well as back pretty far, forward pretty far, with a little bit of pivot. It's fair. The body is small and used for a couple other figures here and there, and the paint is pretty minimal with a couple stripes here and there. It's alright. The necklace she wears is pretty neat though. I like the paint on it. I feel like a lot of the budget went into this whole thing. It's sculpted pretty nicely and painted pretty nicely as well. And for articulation, we get back this far, forward this far, all the way around with swivels and whatnot, back and forth, side to side. We also get up this far, really nice, and down and all the way around. We get a swivel over here at this yellowing joint. We also get up this far, 9 degrees, and down, a swivel, and then all the way up and down, and the same to the other side. That's it. The claws she has are pretty skeletal. There's a holding hand, and then kind of another holding hand. They should have been more like this one, though. I like this one a little bit better. The legs are boring, bland, pure white, plain, and have pins, and this stupid thing, it's just awful on this guy. It's terrible. The articulation goes out this far and in and up this far, not really that great, and back, and then all the way back, not that great at all. We get a swivel over here, swivel down here, down and up, and pivot with pagels, but it's not that great. White Tiger stands at about 5.5 to 5 3/4 inches taller, so. Here she is next to Spider-Gwen and Hallows Eve, and they look nice together, these two sharing the same body, and this one being a different female body. It's pretty good. And also here she is next to the Symbiote Spider-Man and Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. They look good together. We've seen Morbius' head sculpt before, but this time it's painted differently. It does look a little less weathered and a little more chalky in a way. The paint is also applied haphazardly on the teeth as well as on the goatee. It's kind of a mess here. And the hair is all matted and looking actually pretty good from a sculpting POV, but not from a paint POV. There's nothing on there. It's a shame. What a mess. And we do get a swivel over here as well as up and then down. It's fair. The body is the bucket cap body, as well as the legs are bucket cap legs. Are super boring. Yeah, what a snooze. And instead of being shiny, the body is matte this time around. It looks nice, but we lose a lot of detail in the raggedness of his hands, yet they do have some paint on them. It's actually pretty nice. It's outlined really well. When you look close at it from afar, it looks just like dirt. It's kind of a bummer. And the cape he has is pretty matte looking. On the inside too, it's fair, and yeah, just kind of boring as a figure. Par for the course, back, forward, swivel over here, up this far, down this far, all the way around, double joined elbow, really gummy, as well as swivel over here and swivel down and up. Legs go out pretty far and in, and then up pretty far and back pretty far, and then all the way back and then down and swivel over here, down and up, and pivot pagels the bottom of the feet. But man, this is a really gummy figure. For accessories, he comes with a cape that is spread out and looks kind of scary from like one angle, but the other way it just isn't that cool, guys. It also caught some silver paint on the wing at one point in time, and yeah, this is kind of a bummer in a way. Even though the hands look nice, the whole figure is just meh. Morbius stands at about 6 1/4 inches taller, so. Here he is next to Animated and Symbiote Spider-Man, looking really nice over here as well. These two scale pretty well, actually, even though he's a little bit short. Here he is next to Hydro Man and Hobgoblin. He is pretty short next to them, but they do look good together, being 3 villains from the animated series. And here he is next to himself, I guess. This is the shinier, older version with better paint, and this is the more matte, newer version with, I think, worse paint, honestly. And here they both are with their alternate capes. I feel like this one is better in skin tone and red tone. I feel like this one is better in black tone, but worse in gumminess. And honestly, these figures aren't the best Morbiuses in any way. You have to kit bash them both to make the best one, and I'm just getting sick of the incremental releases that have drawbacks everywhere. Just give us one good figure, Hasbro. One. But we'll find out who a good kitty is right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. I really like the face sculpt for Black Cat. It's really well defined and nicely done. There isn't that much slop or anything. It's really crisp, clean, and clear. I love how shiny the mask is. She has eyeshadow around her eyes. The lips look really great, and the eyes themselves look awesome. And the hair has some wash and looks really cool. It's great. We also get a swivel over here as well. And up and down, not really that much. That's kind of it. Fair articulation, but really great head sculpt. And taking off the head, she has this choker that's painted pretty well. There's even a buckle on the front and spikes painted all the way around, and the articulation on the head is really not that great, and this is why. Awful. The body has articulation similar to White Tiger, but it's sort of scaled up in the adult department. Very low cut here and very large assets, I guess. I really like the shading over here, similar to the hair over here, as well as the holding hand and the claw having a purpose this time around. It's just great. I like it a lot. And for articulation, we get back this far, forward this far, swivel all the way around. Basically, really nice. We get up pretty far and down all the way around with a swivel over here, and then up this far, not really that great, and a swivel over here, and then up and down here, and up and down here, both trigger finger kind of hands. It's very strange. I don't know why they're not in and out. These legs provide for wider hips, which adds to the silhouette of the figure. I also like how there's shading over here too. Plain white over there, black over here. It works out really well. And we also get out this far and in, and then up this far. Really nice, and back pretty far too, with it all the way back being here, pretty alright, with a swivel over here, no swivel down here, not really, down and up, and pivot, and big holes. For accessories, Black Cat comes with this whip that's really awesome. We've seen it before, but the colors here are really nicely done. I like the claw on there, and the whip handle is nice, as well as the whip itself. It's great. It is kind of stuck in this position, but looks nice when moved all the way around. You can change it and move it. It just goes back to this position, but it's nice when you move it, at least, I think. She also comes with a cat that's the same mold as Goose from the Captain Marvel movies, and I like this one much better. It's very cute. I love how the light catches the fur, and even though it's an inert figure with no articulation, it's still adorable. Good kitty. Black Cat stands at about 5 3/4 inches tall or so. Here she is next to White Tiger and Hollow's Eve, who I believe she shares a few body parts with, maybe, but you definitely could use the double jointed elbows from her. And here we have Black Cat next to the animated series Spider-Man and symbiote suit Spider-Man. Black Cat both had arcs with these two in the animated series and Spectacular Spider-Man. Nice. And here is Black Cat next to some animated series villains such as Hydro Man, Hobgoblin, and Tombstone, who is more dressed for the occasion, but they all look really nice together and are super cool. Overall, meow. White Tiger isn't that great a figure aside from the amulet. She's just a basic body sculpt with a few stripes. Yawn. Morbius is a cheap cash grab, and even if they redid the paint on him, it still doesn't justify this gummy garbage figure. Black Cat is a great upgrade from the previous figures that she had. I really love all the TLC put into her, and it shows. The washes, the curvy body, the head sculpt is great, and the cat as well as her whip are awesome. If you're a fan of felines, vampires, or Marvel Legends in general, then you'll like these figures. They're pretty good. But I would highly recommend getting Black Cat over White Tiger and Morbius. She's just a fine feline. But make no mistake, rawr. So which figure here is your favorite? White Tiger, Black Cat, or Morbius? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.